I've been in your waters. I'm looking for sure. I've never been so close before. It's one way or the other.
We actually made our way to our second house in Miami.
Welcome home.
It's an older house, and I think a lot of the places in like the Art Deco area are older.
So we get to the house, and the funniest thing is, we're walking through the house trying to figure out like where people are gonna stay in the room, and we're upstairs, and Michelle comes to me. She's like, "Hey, go step into the bathroom and tell me what you feel." And then so I go in there, and I'm just definitely like, "Yep, well, great. This place is haunted."
This house gives me weird vibes.
It's an older house. There's probably ghosts here.
Why the f you say
that? I do have those vibes. It was cool to feel, but I was hoping for like an encounter or something like some sort of vibe later on, but there's just too many people here.
Okay, Rudy says this creepy mannequin has to go.
It has to f***ing go.
That's pretty.
We're all set.
It's creepy.
Sit in this room.
So we're all set. Me and Rudy in there.
That room.
And then there's 3 single rooms. This is a creepy room.
Do you feel it?
It's creepy.
It's beautiful, but you come in and it's like, oh.
It's creepy.
What happened?
It's creepy.
Uh-oh.
It is
telling
creepy
you.
though. See?
I've spoken to ghosts before at the haunted house.
That is straight from The Ring. Have you all seen The Ring? Look at that.
Bro, I can't stay
That's
here.
creepy.
Is there a piano playing in the background?
Yes.
It's getting creepier. Alright, Gary's turn. That was beautiful.
Hi.
Jordan's been talking all this smack about today's the day. He's gonna deadlift the house.
All right, so we're here in Miami for the Universal Road Trip, and we couldn't pass through Miami without coming to check out one of the best gyms here. As far as like powerlifting and strength sports, hybrid, I think it's gotta be the best gym in Miami. We're here with Stefi Cohen. This is your place. Tell us a little bit about hybrid, how long you've been in business, how it started, and what's it all about.
So Hybrid Performance Method opened about a year and a half ago. We're a small gym, very personal. We are 24/7. Members can just come and go at any time. And it's mainly for, people who are a little bit more, advanced in their lifting and that don't need a lot of guidance. For the most part, powerlifters and Olympic weightlifters that compete and that have a higher level of knowledge in lifting, I guess.
If people want to find out more information, how do they find out about the gym? How can they join? All that kind of stuff.
You can go to our website. It's www.hybridperformancemethod.com. All the information, you can find it there or on our Instagram page. And if you would like to drop in, just make sure to contact Alex Uzlar to set up your session.
And the thing is, I know you do a lot of online like training and stuff. Tell us about that business.
We own what's called a virtual gym. And it's essentially online workout programs that you can do in the commodity of either your garage gym or your own gym. Basically, when you sign up, you get access to 1 week of workouts at a time, and you pay a monthly membership fee to access those workouts, and that fee includes 15 programs that you can switch back and forth between. And the base of every single one of our programs is strength. I like to think of it as our programs having a strength backbone that can apply to really any sport that you're doing, whether that's Olympic weightlifting or you're a fighter or you're a sprinter or you're a diver. If you have a strong strength backbone, then our theory is that will have a strong carryover into your sport, it will keep you injury free, and will get you performing better.
All right, there you have it, Hybrid, the gym, Hybrid online, check it out.
Yeah, so Thursday I was looking forward to because that was like the actual powerlifting gym. Like that was kind of my wheelhouse, and I've trained at Hybrid a handful of times now. Whenever I'm in town, I'll meet up with Stefi and Hayden and Alex and Marcus and train there.
Got to deadlift with some really strong dudes like the Muscle Doc and Marcus Leone. Pretty humbling experience, but it was very cool. You know, and every time I'm around these people, I just learn so much. Gives you a lot of personal motivation.
Kind of want to be a little bit sharper than I was, kind of based off all the travel the day before. But you gotta go in, just had a certain number you had to hit, just get the weight off the floor and kind of go from there. Rudy almost ate a couple plates a few times, got just a little too close, which is fine when I'm doing bicep curls, but when I'm deadlifting, it's like I would have had to take another camera like on the paycheck because he was about to get smacked in the face.
I've been looking forward to at least going to that gym for a very long time. So the fact that I was there and the equipment over there is just freaking insane when it comes to strength and when it comes to performance. That is the place you want to go.
Rudy's always in my grill with that. I'm gonna eat that camera.
Thursday was a fish out of water day for me. If you're a powerlifter, CrossFit person, this is going to be a gym for you. It's got all the specialty bars, you know, the good deadlift platforms, the good bars, because Stefi Cohen is a 20-time all-time record holder. She deadlifted 545 raw in our animal cage. She's no joke. She's one of the most well-known powerlifters in the world. I was doing hamstrings. I really didn't know what to do. I had to get creative. I figured out a way. Listen, I always figure out a way. You know, we did some stiff leg deadlifts, some landmine squats.
And there was a lot of smack talk this week about deadlifts. And I don't know if we got it on film, but I hit a PR 850 deadlift for 4. Maybe one day he'll listen to me on how to do a deadlift. But for real, this is a great gym. I actually did not train that day. I was taking my rest day. Those guys, man, those powerlifters, they can move some weight. To be honest with you, I was thoroughly impressed. And again, another gym that it's just an honor to be there because it's not every day you get to go to a gym like that. It's special, it's private, training with the best powerlifters in the world, literally.
Like I've seen her gym like in the pictures and stuff, but I didn't really know what to expect. So we got there and she was really kind, and an order of donuts was actually delivered to all of us. So that was really sweet.
I did strongman for a little bit, trained my buddies, you know, strongman gym, so I was pretty familiar with a lot of equipment there. Obviously it wasn't your typical bodybuilding gym, but you could easily get away with doing a lot of different things. I ended up training shoulders with Michelle. You know, normally I don't train every day. We've been training every day, of course, because it's such great gyms. I usually do 2 days on, 1 day off. So inevitably I kind of broke apart some of the body parts, so I had something to train every day. That way I'm not training 2 body parts per week or within a 5-day period, 6-day period of time.
I used to like to deadlift and stuff a lot and squat, but like I recently like got a hernia and stuff and I'm getting surgery soon, so I wanted to like be careful with what I did and like pushing myself, because I know being in a place like that, I would have probably pushed myself to the point where I probably got 10 more hernias. So I just trained shoulders that day with Chris Tuttle, and it actually ended up being really, really awesome because Chris taught me a lot of different techniques, going really slow, tilting it in, and then squeezing and pressing it up. I killed, I'm telling you. So it's really not always about the weight. Chris really helped me like take a step back and have that mind to muscle connection that we always strive for when we do lift.
And just thinking about, you know, Stephanie and all the world records she's broke and how her size and how strong and how important like mechanics are, and watching Shallow deadlift and all those guys deadlift, it was pretty cool. It's definitely a different type of camaraderie. Powerlifting, I feel like people are more positive with each other and push each other. Unfortunately, bodybuilding, you get much less of that. It's more, I think, of a competition, and people aren't quite as supportive with each other. Maybe to a degree, but not kind of like powerlifting. It's more of a, you could see, it almost feels like a team, kind of a group.
Over the last 3 months, I've been dabbling in Olympic lifting, a little bit of CrossFit, some different sort of functional training and metabolic conditioning workouts. So it was cool because like it was like a playground for all of that.
Stefi took us to a local place to eat, which was really cool, within walking distance of the gym. Had a nice little meal, had some poke bowls.
Most of us, myself included, ended up doing the Poke OG is what it was called, and it was amazing. Everything was fresh, everything tasted really good.
Great to talk to, you know, good people like that and learn from her and learn from her story. And she's got a really cool story.
Really good, very fresh.
It's kind of, the poke is, it's this weird thing, like, kind of like a meat and potatoes kind of guy. So the whole like trending foods, I didn't know what poke was like 2 years ago.
I did not eat there. I sat with Tuttle and we talked bodybuilding as usual, which was 98% of this trip.
That was the day that Gary forgot his phone. And we weren't gonna be back till way later. And I felt bad for Gary. His whole total morale got reduced to a pile of dust. But he pulled through.
It's trying to rain today.
Good child.
Oh, I got him.
Will you hold this real quick? Oh, thanks. Take it back. Take it back.
I don't want it.
Here. I'm not throwing it on the ground, but it tastes good. You should. It'll be littering. It'll be littering.
I really don't have time to play games here, guys. If you want your phone, you gotta stop moving.
Yeah.
There's two things we ain't got. Again, we can't stick to the plan. Why? Gary forgot his phone back at the house. Why did Gary forget his phone? We had all morning. Of course I got my phone.
I got my phone.
I mean, you didn't leave the house without your phone?
I would never leave my phone.
We had all morning. We didn't rush anybody. We had lots of time. But Gary forgot it. So now we have to go back to the house just for Gary. Like as a parent, I should have taught him a lesson. I said, no, we're not going back. Go all day without it. Well, why? Because I'm a nice guy. Who approved him coming? And is Gary even going to appreciate it? No, he's not going to.
We then went on a bike tour, which Kendall doesn't like calling it a bike tour, but it was exactly that. It was a bunch of bikes on a cart that the pedals propelled the car forward. There's no engine. So, conveniently, after training hamstrings, Jordan deadlifting about 9,000 pounds, and you know, everybody pretty much doing something like that. A lot of people doing lower body stuff. We got on this freaking giant rig with Uzi, that was his name, Uzi, and we're dancing and we're pedaling these fucking bikes through Wynwood.
After that, I decided to torture people with cardio, since this group is very anti-cardio. And so we sat on this trolley bus thing. Then we took a tour through all like the Wynwood art. I don't know, we had fun. There was good music. It was sunny outside. You know, it was just good to be, you know, outside doing something totally different than what we would normally do.
Which graffiti is a crime where I come from, but they seem to embrace it around here. But it was pretty neat. Like some of the stuff is pretty cool. The artwork that they have around the neighborhood kind of dresses it up a little bit. It seems like at one point it was a pretty rough neighborhood.
Star Wars.
It's fighting words where I come from.
The art that we looked at was really cool. It's really impressive. I'm like, this guy did this with a freaking spray paint. Like, I can't even write my name in spray paint, just like normally they draw murals with that. I mean, what do you screw up at the very end? How do you fix it? But it was really cool to see that. There was a lot of good photo ops for that.
So we did that. Guy almost got into an accident. He almost backed into a Porsche or something like that at a stop sign. I don't know what kind of license you need to have to operate a large moving bicycle apparatus with a bar in it.
Seeing the graffiti is actually like next level. Like I've never seen such detailed art in my life that people can actually just do on buildings. And the first thing I thought about, like, how long does that take? Like when they do a wall canvas, like does that take days, hours, weeks, months? Like I wonder how long that actually gets them to take it done, because I can't believe somebody can do something on such a large scale without it being like in a controlled setting where like temperature, humidity, and whatever, or tracing stencils, whatever they do. But it was pretty remarkable.
And the artwork on the walls, they had such deep meaning, and some of it was just for fun and it was entertaining. But to see like the talents of some people, like we bodybuild and that's our talent. Other people, like their forte is artwork and stuff. And to just like really step back and appreciate this and like see what other people have to offer to the world, it's incredible.